Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm going to carry on working on those pockets and things that I made in the last video. I actually started decorating them and then realised that actually we should be doing should do it together. So I'll show you what I started with, and then I stopped and thought, well, I'll put the camera on and carry on working with you. So I was working on, first of all, I did a little bit of work on this pocket just because I didn't like the raw edge at the side, so I've just put a little bit of this crochet lace. Does make it a little bit on the bulky side here, but I think it's, you know, I like it there, so it'll just have to do. And then on the other side, the bits that I'd cut off, so there was the little poem about the daffodilly, so I wanted that on there because the daffodils. So although I'd cut it off, I sort of stuck it back together and put it on here. It says, Daffodilly has come up to town in her yellow petticoat and her green gown. And I just thought that was rather a nice little poem, and I thought that would be nice to stick that on there. So I've popped that on there. And then there was a bit of writing here that had been cut, so it made no sense. It was like another little quote, I think. So I tore around the word chaffinches, because this is the chaffinch, and backed it with some cheesecloth. So I thought that just fit, you know, just disguises the bit of writing, and also it gives a little label for the bird. So that was all I did on that. So what I want to do today is make a journal card to go in the pocket. So to that end, I need to grab the big masterboard, which I have stupidly not got handy, but I'll go and grab it. It's not far away. It's just on the next table. One moment. And it wasn't something I could keep really handy because it's really long. There's all of this. So what I need to do, so I thought I'd use this area because this has got some nice greens and things in it, so I thought that might work. It's a bit curly, but I think once we've made the card, I'll get it flattened out. So I just need to measure how big the pocket needs to be. It does sticks out a little bit, but I don't mind that. Okay, let's just get my ruler. So I'll pop it in the pocket. I'll know how deep it needs to be, won't I? So it needs to be about 5 inches, maybe 5 1/4. 5 1/4 that way. And let's bring it in a little bit. 6 inches. I think 6 inches would be enough that way. Maybe 6 1/4. Let's see how much leeway I've got. So I think 6 inches will be fine. 6 inches by 5 1/4, I think we said. Right, so I need my big, just move my box out of the way. Need my big cutter. So I'll do the 5 1/4 this way. It's going to have to go in the other way, isn't it? And right on cue, message comes through. It only happens when I'm filming, you know. I don't get messages any other time, just when I'm filming. Right. Let's put this in here. So 5 1/4 just takes me to the edge of this. I don't even need to pull the arm out on it. 5 1/4 takes me to about there. Okay, just move this out of the way before it goes on the floor. And then it was going to be 6, wasn't it? 6 long. So now I do need to pull the arm out on it. that way. That leaves me with a nice little pocket or journal card, so that's quite nice. So let's just see how this fits. Looks quite large, doesn't it? But then it's quite a big pocket, so I guess that's probably okay. Let's have a look. And it will obviously need a bit of, it needs a bit of a trim as well, I think. Let me just... Oh, no, it's right. I thought something was sliding off, but it's okay. Didn't go anywhere. Just got to trim that edge because it's got a little bit sticking out. Right, let's see how this fits, and that needs sticking down, so I'll just grab this. Oh, there we go again. So I'm actually filming this the same day as I filmed the last video. So I was in the groove, so I thought I'd just keep going and get this little bit done, get the journal moved on a little bit, I think, and then I will do a bit more decorating of the ephemera off camera, and then we might almost be ready to start putting some more things into the journal once everything's been made. Although I may have something else I want to make before then. We'll see. Right, where are we? Here we go. Let's see how this fits, and I shall put a tab obviously on the edge of it. So that fits in quite nicely. Okay. Now first of all it needs to have its corners rounded. I will need to sew around it as well. I shall do that later. Let's just get it ready. Check for any loose bits. Yes, here we go. Maybe I'll do the corner first, and then I'll glue it down. Otherwise, if I glue it first and then try to do the rounding, it won't go through because it'll be a bit too wet. And then I might have cut off the bit that was loose anyway. I think it seems to be all right. And put this little bit in. It's a bit bendy. Doesn't want to go in. Go. So that's that. Now, which way round do I want it? Because it doesn't really matter, does it? Quite like that way, I think. So I'll have a think about what needs to go on there while I ink. Just a light inking round it, just finishes it off. So I think I need I feel like I want quite a big image on the on this, with a nice big bird image of some sort. So I'll have to have a bit of a hunt, see what I've got that will work. Okay. Right, let's have a bit of a look for some nice big images. Got a few in here. Just that's something's catching my eye, and I'm thinking might be quite nice. Yeah, I quite like that. Or no, I don't think that works that way round. Anything else? These guys. Maybe not. that going to work? Not quite big enough. Because what I was wondering, I don't know if this will be too... whether I could put that on there. Sort of Hessian type stuff. I wonder if that'll work. This is only on copy paper. I'm not sure if it's a bit too thin to go on the Hessian. I think it might be. Might have to come up with something else. Thinking doily possibly. So he can go there, maybe. Let's see if there's anything else. Let's try all the possibilities first. I think he's the best size. Or we have a... what's he? Don't know what he is. Quite like him as well. Maybe I like him better. But he needs something around him. Let's have a look, see what I can find. I found some interesting coloured doilies, which I didn't even realise I had. Don't think that goes really. Let's have a look. Didn't know I had these green ones. The brown ones I've used before, but I didn't know about the green ones. Not sure it'll work on here with the green background though. And some of the others have floated to the floor. Sorry about that. They'd all drifted onto the floor. So I'm wondering about possibly a brown one might work. Not the whole thing. I'm just trying to see how it would look. Maybe that, like that. Yeah, that might look all right. Quite like him. So I've got to cut it. Cut it to there. And then across to there. See how that looks. Yep, quite like that. I'm just going to have to ink this though. Sorry about that. Needs to be done. I'm going to try this trick again of Gail's. Holding it against a piece of card. Right. Put that there. I think that looks quite nice. I might put a little something on this corner, I'm not sure, but I quite like the way it's going so far. I need to put something on the side, some sort of tab. Just put this bit of glue all around. It's tricky things to glue, these doilies. So many holes. You don't want it catching, so you've got to make sure it's glued nicely all along the edge. It curls as you do it because it's getting wet. Right, make sure I haven't missed any bits. especially at the edge. All right. Okay, let's stick this on. Just loosely so I can see if I've got the bird in the right position. I just pull it up a fraction. Right. Where's that book weight? This can hold it down while it's gluing. While it's sticking, I mean. Just hold it down to hold it in place and helps it to stick. I'm just wondering whether I need to round the corners of this, but I'm not sure I do. Okay, I'm going to leave that as it is. And yeah, I wish this was on the slightly thicker paper, but it is what it is. It'll be fine. At least it's nice and thin to going in the pocket. Make sure that don't want that little bit sticking out, do we? Okay. So there may be need of putting a little something down here. Well, it looks alright. Does it need any more decoration? It's got to be something flat, I think. See what I've got in the way of embellishments. Can't remember what I've done with them now. Oh, they're in here. I had some more images that I could have used. Never mind. Too late to worry about that now. Let's see if there's any little thing I can put on the corner, like, for instance, this little cute little stamp. Rather like that there. Okay. That's going on. There. Yeah, like that. Just finishes it off and gives it a little bit more of an interesting look rather than being all squared off. Right, so all I need to do now is get some sort of tab on there. Right, I've got a little bag of tabs. I don't know if they're going to work. Otherwise I might have to grab my Stamperia papers and make one from there. I'll do that anyway. These are, I think, I don't know how well these will go. Just wondering about this one. It's too bland. It's going to go against the... I think it needs to be a bit more... Don't know. Don't think any of the others go particularly well. Let me have a look at the pocket, because it's going to stick out of the pocket, so I want it to look, you know, I want it to work with the edge of the pocket. That's where it's going to stick out, if you see what I mean. It's going to stick out there. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. Maybe that would work. Just see if I've got any others that might work there. So I have got this. How would that look? I quite like that. Can you see? A little flower. I might do that. I think I will. It's quite nice to have a few of these made up ready. Okay, that was weird. The camera turned itself off for no good reason. It hasn't been half an hour yet, so I don't know what that's all about. It does that now and again. Just randomly, just to catch me out. Just check if there's any others. No. Nope, none of those. I think this one will work quite nicely. No, not that one. This one. I think I did try to do 2 of everything. Don't know why. Just because that was the size of the pieces I was using. I think I was using up scraps and I made a load of these a while ago. Right. And do the other side as well. I suppose I better check what's on the other side. I think I have backed all of that piece of, what do you call it, masterboard. I did back it, yes I did, but some of these bits are sticking up a little bit. If I can get any under there. I wonder if I should just... Oh, that's sticking up a little bit there. I might just put a bit of stamping or something on here just to show it's for writing on, or just to decorate it up a little bit. Right, so let me put my tab on. I need to make sure it goes in the right place, don't I? Make sure the card goes central and then the tab goes on here, that side. All right. Nope, that way around. Let it stick out enough to be able to see it. Just checking it in the pocket. Sorry, I'm just... Yep. Make sure it's nice and firmly stuck down. Okay, and then I thought perhaps I should just do a little something on the other side. It looks a little bit patchy. And partly because I want to use these stamps that I've just bought. These are the Tim Holtz Field Notes stamps, and I bought them with this journal very much in mind. So let's see if there's something I can use on here. Oh, I'm going to need a stamp block. Okay, what have we got? I'll just put a couple of things on, just randomly. going to use my archival sepia pad. Just checking how it looks before I commit. Yep, that works quite well. Right, I'm just going to put that on that corner. There we are. Just makes it look like it's actually meant to be there, you know, meant to be a completed page, I suppose you could say. Now I just need to put something else on in the other corner. How about that one? These stamps come out beautifully. They're really nice quality. Now I said that, it'll probably be all messy now, this one. Hope you can see, because I daren't move. Yep, that's come out okay. Good, 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 good. Alright, let's just ink around it and then call that done. I think what I might do is what I've been doing with some other things is pop it under the mat, straighten it out a bit, and try not to forget that's what I've done with it. I think I inked around here already, didn't I? Yes, I did. It's just the other side I hadn't done. Okay. Right, so there it is, all finished. And as I say, I'm going to pop it under my mat. See if we can flatten it out a bit. Which I think it looks better if it's the other way around. Upside down, might flatten it better. Okay, it's under there. Right, let's see what's next. So I've done the card for there. What else have I done? I haven't done anything here. Oh no, I have. I have done something on here. I have actually covered this side because it was the cream on the back here, and I wanted something, so I've just tore this down from one of the kit pages from Liana Scrap. I think it was one of her pages that I hadn't used as a page in the book, so I've just tore that bit off, and I think they fitted beautifully there, those two little birds. So that's all I've done on here, and just inked around it and put it there. So we've got to find something to go in here and something to go in this pocket. So I'll have a look at some of the things that have been finished. So here's my finished box, and I use my book weight to hold it down. There we go. See if there's anything that will go in there. What about that? Well, that's quite nice. Can you see that? Sorry, I don't know if you're on camera, because it's got the purple. I think this was in my to be finished pile, and all I did when I was doing my little session yesterday was I added this topper, this lacy topper, and the butterfly. But otherwise it was pretty much done, because it's one I used the napkins, did out of the napkins. There's a little bit of napkin curling up there, which I need to just quickly address. Otherwise, whoops. Oh, well, that's gone. Oh, everything's going on the floor today. Just one moment. Okay, there we are. Right, so I just want to just catch that little piece of curling napkin there. Stick it down. Oh well. And it's backed, yes. So that will go in there. And because you've got the nice little lilac-y colour in the hummingbird, it picks out the lilac in the flowers behind it. So I think that will work fine in there. Looks quite pretty there. Good. That was a nice quick one. I hadn't planned that. In fact, I had a completely different one in mind, so let's just hope it's not too bulky. So what I need to do now is to find something to go in here. Just a little bit on the bulky side, so I may have to change my mind later if it doesn't work out too well. So what I need is the right sort of size of tag, and there's a variety of sizes and heights and widths in the kits, some of which I've finished and some of which I haven't yet. So let's just pick out a few. There's that sort, and there's the bigger ones, just to see which ones would work best. Got that one, I think that might be a good size. Right, let's see. So these are the biggest size, which would go just, but it's a bit tight and you can't put a topper on it and it would stick out too far. So they're too big. And then this size might work, a little bit small, possibility. So I'm just going to put my top on this. Right, and we have these longer ones. This one's been finished. That will fit at a push. It's a little bit tight. It's possible. No, it's just that little bit too long, I think. These ones are not quite as long and a bit wider. So I've got this one which was being finished. I used one of my snippets on this one that I made in the Roxy Challenge, so I'm quite pleased with that. I got to use one. That's the right size. Sorry about that. Here we go again. That might work because it's got the bird and the bird looking at each other. Or I've got an unfinished one here, which is the same size. So I could... Now, I don't know what that was. No idea what that one means. So I could put something in here, put this one in here and finish it off. Put something along here that would, just to decorate the edge. I haven't completely dismissed the idea of using this one, because I quite like the, if you see, the birds are sort of look like they're looking at each other. So that's a possibility, but let's make another one and see how it looks. Let's do that one. I'm going to put the topper on. I had an idea of which topper I thought would go on here. Don't know if it's... lost it. I think it was one of these. I think this colour went quite well because of the green in the background. So I quite like the green, so I'll have that as the topper. And I prefer that to this one, because I've got the lilac here because it's that's an iris, I think. Well, it says saffron, which is, oh, saffron comes from crocus, doesn't it? So that's crocus. Right. Well, this hasn't really got much of a pattern on at all, so I could decorate that up a bit more. I was wondering about putting some sort of one of these snippets, one of the bigger snippets on here. Or Now I've got the snippet roll. Pop that along there. It might be a bit too much. I would obviously cut a piece off. I've got this one which is quite pretty. That might work quite well. Let's see. Put that there. You've got that. Might put it on there anyway and then decide. It is a little bit on the bulky side again, like the one on the other side. That's the only problem with some of these snippets. They're lovely, but they are a bit bulky in your journal. Don't know if I've got any others that would work. Dig deep. I've got my duck. But he's sideways. I don't want to put him sideways. Have I got any more down here in those colour scheme? Or colour in, oops. I had that one, but I think that's possibly too big. It's not really big enough, is it? I mean, it might work as a topper. They're quite a nice little topper actually on there. I can stick it down. That would be quite a nice topper, but then obviously I don't want the snippet on the side as well. So let's see if I can find something that would work on the side if I'm going to use that as the topper. Okay. I could use a bit of this green. I might try that. It's quite a nice colour on there. Got a bit torn, so I just need to cut that piece off there. So if I put that there, so therefore I need something here. Let's see if I've got a birdie image that I can use. It will just fit along there nicely. Whenever I'm looking for a horizontal one, I can only find a vertical one, and now I want a vertical one and I can only find horizontal ones that are the right size. So I've got something like this. These are from Pam at the Paper Outpost. It's one of her, I think it's just called Common Birds. So I could pop that on there. I need something else here, I think. It's a little wren. Little Jenny wren. Yes, but I don't want the white outer border, I don't think. Cut that down a bit more. And then I'll need a little something the other side. Yep, I like that there, but I want something else behind it as well. Hum hum hum, let's have a look at my papers. A little bit of, another little piece of paper behind there, I think. Oops, gonna slide. That work? Different shades of green, I know, but it shouldn't. It shouldn't all be too matchy. Let's see if I can. If I ink it up, that might just work. Don't feel like I'm getting very far. Sometimes it's these bits of decorating that take the time. Okay, so if I pop that there and that on there, and my little Jenny Wren there, is she going to show when I pop it in here? Not really. She needs to come along a little bit further, doesn't she? So I just want to get this white edge off. I think this is going to have to be on the top, otherwise it won't look right. Ink that side as well. Okay. Let's see, where's she gone? There she is. Just want to cover that edge. Right, now let's see if she's going to show when I pop her behind here. Yes, she will. Alright, so we'll do it that way. I think that will be fine. And then I'm going to use my little snippet at the top. Okay. Bit goopied up. Whoop. So it's got a bit torn because I think I'd had it so long that all the green ones had sort of stuck to each other. So when I was trying to separate them, this one got a bit torn, but once you've stuck it down, you wouldn't know. So I thought I might as well use that one first before it gets any worse. There we are. Okay. Make sure it's all caught down. We don't want it catching as it goes in and out the pocket. And then I'm going to put this little piece here. And then I'm going to put that there. Alright. Okay. Right. And then she can just go there. Right. Just check how it looks in here. There we are, she's just poking her little beak out. That looks alright. And then I'll put my topper on. These are one of the ones I made in the Roxy's Challenge. I think that one needs Fabri-Tac. Just give it a moment for the glue to come down to the bottom. See if I can prop it up. Yep, it's going to stay there. No, it isn't. It was worth a try. Give a chance for the glue to come down a bit. I'll get rid of some of these scraps. Right. Come on. It comes. Probably by the time you see this, this will be 2 weeks after the snippet challenge. Goodness knows what we'll have done in between. This would be week 14. We did the snippets, if anybody's keeping track. Just pop that further down a little bit because I put the glue quite high up. And I really need a wipe. Right. Fingers all wiped. Let's just check I haven't got any glue at the back here. There's a little bit. I'll just try and wipe that off, otherwise we'll have it stick into the pocket. There we are. And let's pop that in there. Of course it's going to catch a little bit there, but I think that's fine, and it sits in there quite nicely. Right, let's move on to the next piece. This is filling up already, isn't it, with the pocket. This one as well. Let's see what we've got. We've got the two at the back. So we've got this piece. Let's move these. So I was finding that this was catching and coiled up a bit, so I have had to trim it again a little bit more. I think what I might do as well, I might just round the corners, that might help to stop it catching. Let's pull it out a bit so I can actually get at it. Didn't work, did it? Why didn't that work? I'll have to do it manually. Okay, and I'll do the other one manually, otherwise it'll end up a different size. Right. Let's have a look. That's better. Now what I wondered, quite like to put something along here as well. So let me just put this No, I'll leave this here. I'm going to need it again in a moment, I think. I was thinking about a little ruffle. I've got a few to choose from here. This might be the right one because of the colours. There's this one. Bit blendy. That's too much pink. No, I think this is probably the best one, but obviously I'll have to cut it down a little bit because the colours go quite well. So I'm just going to trim it about here. Pop that there. Yeah, I'll do that. It's ballooning now. There. Okay. Where'd my top go? There it is. There we are. Nice little tab on there. That's it. I wonder if I can put anything behind here, or whether it just needs a little bit of stamping maybe. Because I do, you know, there's a fair bit of writing space in the journal, so it doesn't all have to be writing space, does it? So what can I put on here? Can I put a little... I don't want to make it too bulky, that's the thing. So maybe just a little decoration would be nice. Should do something up here. Maybe some sort of clustery thing. Where's the other half of that? There it is. Oh no, I don't want to use those. Put those out of the way. They're my fabric ones. I want to put them for fabric, not use them for paper. So if I did a bit of that, a bit of that, what else can I put on there? Another little, nice little image perhaps. Maybe I just put that on there. Something like that. So it's not really going to stand out very well from the background there, is it? Dum-dum-dum. These are all from Pam at the Paper Outpost. These are quite nice. Some of these little images. So I think I like that, but it's a bit pink. I don't know, maybe it would go quite well. Let's have a look. So I don't want anything bulky, I just want something to decorate the page. Put that there. Ooh. Do I need the doily? Maybe not. I feel like I want something along here, like some washi tape or something like that. See if I've got anything that would just perk up that edge. And how thick this will be. This is a bit of Tim Holtz tape. Another one of my recent purchases. Oh, it comes away. That's good. That's quite thin then. That might go quite nice behind there. For some reason it's sticking to itself now. So now you've got glue on the wrong side of it. Not sure how good that's going to work. Cut that bit off because that's gluey on both sides. That's no help, is it? Ah! No, not that one. That's not where you're supposed to glue. Shall I shape it or just leave it as it is? Leave it like that. And then pop that there, I think. Yes, I think I will. Right, that's that. No, I don't know what the deal is with this stuff, because I know that's just that bit. I think the rest of it's fine. That's good. I was a bit worried that it was all going to be glued on, that it's going to be gluey on both sides, but that's not the case. It's really pretty. I might use that again in something else, you know, somewhere else. It's lovely. Right, so that goes there. You can see the bird there. And goes there. And all I've got to do now, I've got to make a journal card to go in here, which I will use the masterboard for again, but I've run out of time. Thought I might get this bit finished today and move on to something else, but no. You just never know how long things are going to take, do you? So there we are, just to round up what we did today. So I've got this pocket decorated, and and I've got the journal card to go in it, which is under here. See if it's flattened out a bit. It's a bit better. I'm going to pop that in there. Sorry, I'll show you that. A little bit of stamping on the other side. Pop that in there. Right, and then this one, a little journal card in there, which I may have to rethink because this might be a bit bulky with the folding over, especially as we've now got another journal card that's just been decorated in there. And then finally, I finished up this flip with a bit of a ruffle and a bit of decoration on the inside. And that's it. So it's already getting a little bit bulky even before I've hardly added anything. So good thing this is a nice big cover, a bit of room to expand. Okay, thank you once again for joining me as always, and please do join me again soon when we'll start possibly putting more things in the journal. I think next time start putting in the pockets. I think I'm going to put pockets at the front and the back and put some of the other pockets in. So in between I'll be finishing decorating some of the bits and pieces that I'm going to put in here. Okay, bye for now.